Are you looking to play the kind of a cleric that is a little on the rebellious side, or maybe just a little sneaky? Then the Trickery domain is definitely for you, because even a scoundrel can be a cleric. Hey, if you like what you see here, don't mind hitting that subscribe button and ring that little bell icon. You will definitely be among the first to be notified when new content gets released on this channel. Also, I try to personally answer every single comment in a timely manner. With this domain, your gods are pranksters and mischief makers, and some of them are just outright devious. Such as the greater deity of mischief, who's known as Loki, whose worshippers follow him in secret as not to draw attention to their actual true nature. And the drow greater deity, Lilith, the demon queen of the spiders, whose priestess are only female, but there is that off chance that a male might get her attention and be allowed to become one of the rarest priests. As a first level cleric of the Trickery domain, your first feature is Blessing of the Trickster. Here, as an action, you touch a willing creature, giving them advantage on stealth checks. Unfortunately, you can't use this on yourself. This blessing lasts for 1 hour or until you use it on another willing creature. At second level, you acquire your first channel divinity. Yours is Invoke Duplicity, which gives you the ability to create an illusionary duplicate of yourself. This lasts for 1 minute and occupies a space within range of you. What's really cool about this feature is you can cast spells as if you were the illusion itself. As a bonus action, you can move the illusion up to 30 feet per turn, to a maximum of 120 feet. Also with this, if both you and your illusionary self are visible to a creature you're attacking, you get advantage. Now at 6th level, you get your second channel divinity. This one is Cloak of Shadows. With this as an action, you become invisible until the end of your next round or you attack. At 8th level, you get your Divine Strike. With this, you're able to infuse your weapon strikes with poison. On each of your weapon hits, you inflict an extra D8 poison damage. Now 14th level, this becomes 2D8. At 17th level, you gain Improved Duplicity as your last domain feature. Now you have the ability to put out 4 images of yourself rather than just 1 when you use your Invoke Duplicity. You also get the same bonus action as with Invoke Duplicity. This is a really smooth list of sweet domain features. Now let's take a look at your domain specific spells. Starting at level 1, you get Charm Person and Disguise Self. Just like the suggested Bard spell, Charm Person, you attempt to charm a humanoid within range of you that you can see. They must of course make a wisdom save. If you are engaged in combat with them, they do get advantage. If they fail their save, they're charmed by you for 1 hour. That's pretty cool to have a charmed little friend running around with you helping you out. Now, on the downside of this, when this spell ends, they're going to know you've charmed them. At higher levels, you're able to use this spell on additional creatures if you use it on a spell slot over level 1. Disguise Self gives you the ability to look like someone else for an hour, altering your physical outward appearance. Now, if you have, let's say, a hat or baggy clothing, and say an object passes through that, or let's say it doesn't quite get to it before it bounces back, you're going to be found out. And anyone being fooled by this has to make an intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. 3rd level, you take on Mirror Image and Pass Without Trace. Now with Mirror Image, you can create 3 illusionary duplicates of yourself. They move just as you move, and even have an individual armor class of 10 plus your dexterity modifier. This spell ends when all 3 of your duplicates are destroyed. Creatures not affected by this spell will be ones that are blind, or they either use blind sight or true sight. Pass Without Trace allows you to cast Veil of Shadows and Silence over you and your companions, giving all the chosen creatures a plus 10 to their dexterity stealth checks. At level 5, you get Blink and Dispel Magic. Blink, you roll a d20 at the end of each of your turns for the duration of this spell. If you roll an 11 or higher, you vanish from where you are and you reappear in the ethereal plane. If you're already in the ethereal plane, your spell will automatically fail. You can end this spell as an action, returning yourself to the original point where you were before you entered the ethereal plane. The thing that's really cool about this spell is you're able to see and hear everything within 60 feet of your original point, but no one can see or hear you, except for maybe the creatures living in the ethereal plane. Like, let's say, for example, a phase spider. With Dispel Magic, you're allowed to remove magical effects from an area, creature, or even an object. If the spell on said area, creature, or object is cast at 3rd level or lower, the spell automatically ends. If the spell you're attempting to remove was cast at 4th level or higher, you must make a successful roll equal to a DC 10 plus the spell level. At 7th level, you get Dimension Door and Polymorph. Dimension Door is a teleportation spell. You must be able to visualize exactly where you want to end up. Of course, it's got to be within 500 feet of your exact location. It could be up, down, straight, slantways, doesn't matter, as long as that space is unoccupied. If it is, you take 4d6 force damage and your spell fails. Polymorph is a transformation spell. You're able to transform a creature that you can see within range into a different form. This spell will also meld the targeted creature's armor, weapons, and gear into its new form. The changed creature is also limited to the abilities of its changed form. For example, if you change your target to an animal, they would have the same abilities as that said animal. Unwilling creatures have to make a wisdom save to not be changed. A shape changer will automatically save. At 9th level, you get your final 2 domain spells. They are Dominate Person and Modify Memory. Dominate Person is very similar to Dominate Beast spell of the Nature Cleric. Here you beguile a humanoid that is in with range of you, of course. If they fail their wisdom save, they're charmed by you. Once charmed, they'll perform simple tasks. Modify Memory is exactly that. You attempt to change another creature's memories. If they make a successful wisdom save, you fail. If you're fighting them, they have advantage against you. If they fail their save, they become incapacitated and are unaware of where they are. If your targeted creature takes damage or another spell is cast on them while under the effects of this spell, it automatically ends. No memories are altered anyway. Remove Curse and Greater Restoration are the only 2 spells that will restore this creature's memories. I tested this cleric class out on a few solo missions in the Essentials kit. It's just as fun to play as it is to read about. Now for the Tabletop Dungeoneer shoutout. This time it's going out to We Talk D&D for a fun, lighthearted look at D&D memes on Saturdays. And on Wednesdays, he has helpful tips for the new Dungeon Master out there. Check him out. There you have it. The Trickster of the Clerics. What'd you think of this review? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Somewhere in between? Let me know. Tell me all about it in those comments. I really want to know. Next time on Thaco's Basically Speaking class series, we're going to be taking a look at the power of the War Domain Cleric. Will I be seeing you there? Till next time, thank you for watching. Now, grab that D8 and roll damage.